I think maybe I should just look at upgrading my laptop, to be honest.
I need to upgrade myself.
I don't think this is best suited for poddage.
It's fine. It's just me interacting with technology. I'm the weak link in the chain here. Jesus Christ.
This is Rightly Used with Adam and Karen.
Welcome to episode number 10. Yes, number 10 of Lightly Used with me, Adam.
And I'm Karen.
Only for today.
The big one and the other episode.
Oh, yeah. Are we counting Turnip Tales as an official episode, or is it like a interim extra?
Well, if we're calling this episode 10.
I guess it's an extra. Bonus content for all of you Turnip Tales.
Hello, welcome to Lightly Used.
Hi!
We're a podcast loosely based around our favourite finds from charity shops.
We are indeed, and I do love a good rummage in a dusty box.
Oh, speaking of dusty bins...
Oh god, yeah, that awful thing you found.
We've both got some entries going forward on Tetrove's Tat of the Year.
Yeah, we have. Quite proud of ourselves, actually.
Thank you, everyone who voted. At Tetrove on Twitter. We'll put a link in the blog. lightlyused.co.uk. So, yeah, my entry was, well, Tetrove dubbed it Dusty Bins Country Cuz. Yep.
Yeah, well done. It's like,
well played,
it's like Stig's South African cousin or something. Like.
But yeah, so Dusty Bins Country Cuz. That's the official name now. That's going forward into Tat of the Year. Thank you very much for your vote.
I'm looking forward to see how the competition rolls out.
What was your entry in Tetrove?
My entry into the Tetrove was that awful porcelain statue that Jackson found. That I really shouldn't say this, and there's only one person I know that will listen to this and find it really funny, but kind of looks how I would imagine my ex-mother-in-law without any clothes on. I know that's not very politically correct, but that's what I thought when I saw it. So I'm really sorry to that person who will never hear this episode. But so there's a naked figurine against a very furry bin. So we'll see what plays out between the two of us.
No comment at all on your item. I think you've summed it up. I don't know who you're talking about.
I'll have to show you a photo.
No. Don't drag me into this. Don't make me accomplice.
Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't make
I'm an innocent bystander in all this. No. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, fair enough.
Leave me out of it. Okay. We'll repost some photos on the blog, lightlyused.co.uk. Yeah. And what an epic segue. We are part of the Studio Channel 84 network. Let's drag them into this too.
Yeah, those beautiful boys. We've got Tom and Rob who do the variety show.
Ross and Simon
the
at
Untitled
Socks.
Trek show. And Ross and Simon who takes the socks off.
And we met up with all of them. Sans Ross.
Yeah, we did. Sans Ross, you naughty boy.
Last month now, would you hear this? Maybe the month before.
It was the week before Halloween.
Middle of October, we met up with them. So,
18th.
Christ knows how long it's going to be when this comes out now. Our recording schedule is terrible.
By the time you hear this, it was probably a month ago.
But yeah, we met up with the Channel 84 crew for the CheapShow live at the Cheerful Earful Podcast. Hello, Paul. Hello, Eli. Hello, Ash. Hello,
Suze.
Oh
Ethan
no!
Lawrence.
Damn it!
Ethan Lawrence.
I was going to say Ethan first, but then, like I said, Ash came out. Oh no! My brain's gone in the wrong order. Damn it! There's a horrible pause there as well.
It was such a good show. We laughed so much, and we met some amazing people who we've been connected to via the social media networks of the world.
Welcome to our Parasocial Pod Squad.
Yes, officially the Parasocial Pod Squad.
Leighton J.
Yep.
Matt and Cartman from A Pint of Cthulhu. Nikki Crafty Cornfield. The amazing Cliff from Under Consolation podcast as well.
Who I have to say is an absolute gent and hilarious.
We were all the naughty boys at the back of the bus.
Yes, and I
lovely
felt,
crisps.
Do you know, one of the best parts about that day for me was I felt like I was out with my harem of men because I was the only girl and I was surrounded by all of these amazing blokes who just make me absolutely wet myself with laughter on the regular. It was pure delight for me. I enjoyed every second of it, and everyone who had a brownie enjoyed those two.
We'll certainly be listening to that A Pint of Cthulhu episode very shortly.
Yes, we will.
I'm up to date now. No spoilers from me this time. I'm going to have to be
up to
editing and rewinding bits in there and changing the pitch so people can't quite hear it easily.
No fast forwarding.
No. I'll be a good boy this time, I promise.
Yeah.
Awesome to meet you, and links to all the social media handles, once again, will be on the blog for this episode. On the way there, we did have a story as well. Well, you saw something very special.
Oh my
when we
God!
pulled into services.
I'd completely forgotten about that. Do you remember
what caught your eye in the car park, Karen?
Do you remember what service station it was?
It's probably best we don't mention. They might lose some business.
It was the one before Membry. I know that much. So Adam and I parked up to do the things you normally do at a service station. You empty your bladder, you fill your stomach. And whilst we were stood outside, just enjoying the fresh air, a gentleman walked past us into the very sparsely populated treed area, just off the grass, directly next to the car park. And I didn't pay an awful lot of attention to him to begin with.
I was oblivious.
You were oblivious. You were in your own little world, imagining your own things. I don't know what they were. Tyrannosaurus Rex is eating
monkey
Godzilla.
crashing symbols again.
Yeah, sorry. So there we are, having a nice little chat. And I turn around, and I shit you not, this guy...
Nice choice of words.
No, nice choice of words.
Sorry.
I shit you not, this guy dropped his trousers, arse out, stood completely, like, oblivious to anyone around him, having a wee. And I was like, so shocked. I turned around to Adam and went, that man's got his arse out. And I said it probably too loud because he sort of looked in my direction, and I am naturally quite a noisy speaker. I'm quite loud. My volume is quite high, and I was always called a foghorn as a child. I was like, even
audacity.
now, rethinking about it,
literal barefaced cheek.
Yeah, I know. Literally, like I've never seen so much crack in the sunshine in my life. Like, I mean, what little sun there was
Sun's
bouncing
out,
off his. Yeah, I know, it was bouncing off his ass, and he was there for so long. I think he'd got to the point where he was like, I can't walk past them because she's just noticed me with my ass out. So he sort of loitered in the trees, while we loitered by the car, and neither of us really knew who to move first. And I was just like, why would you pull your trousers all the way down just for a wee?
I'm really hoping you couldn't make the 50 extra steps to the toilet.
I mean,
that's the only acceptable excuse.
He was at a service station. There were so many toilets in a service station. He could have gone and used a cubicle, but no, he used the
dignity, man.
He used the very sparsely populated area of trees to get his entire lower half of his body out just to have a wee. I'm so sorry. I had to share this, and I'd totally forgotten about it. And I'm so glad Adam's reminded me. But oh Jesus,
how could I forget?
What a sight! Oh, that man. I can't even remember which one of us walked away first now. I think it might have been him. I think he literally did a walk of shame past us with his head down.
I think by then it was, out of principle, we're going to stay here and really take our time having a cigarette.
Yeah, it was like, I'm going to smoke this
Who's going to
as
break
slowly
first?
as I can. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's totally broken me again.
Well, outside the pub, and after the show, again, I was standing outside the pub, missed the bit of conversation leading up to this. The only discernible bit I heard of several conversations going on was, if boobs had corners.
Excuse me?
What could the possible context be?
If boobs had corners...
Someone who's really into Minecraft, maybe?
Lego? I don't know. But, I mean, if boobs did have corners...
It seems it would take the fun out of it.
Yeah, they wouldn't be anywhere near as fun to hold on to.
Some origami pervert out there.
I bet there's some AI porn with square boobs.
Suggestions on a postcard. Yeah. What context if boobs had corners? pod@likelyused.co.uk. I do have a correction. My Tat last episode, 7? Tango Horn, I said, the phone number was almost subliminally on the screen. When I was researching to find the ads to put on the blog, it was on there a lot longer.
Oh, right.
There was also a variant where the ad said, check packs for details. So as you suggested, was it something from the packs? It looks like it was.
Ah, you lied. You lied to all of our 5 listeners.
Maybe 3. Somebody might have paused and gone back.
I don't think Ross listens to us, so it's definitely 3.
I can't say I blame him. We also joked about wearing a vacuum pack for weight loss. You were right. Sucking air out of your body won't make a difference. It's about 0.01% of your mass.
Yay me! I did a thing!
Purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
Last thing, when we got home, I can't remember how we got onto it. What's the difference between a snout and a trunk?
Oh, yeah. We were like, when does a snout become a trunk and vice versa? Have you found out?
No. I didn't bother researching that. That takes the fun out of it.
So, yeah.
I can't ask. Yeah.
Answers on our soon-to-be-developed Blue Sky profile, which I'll share links for at some point in the next 7 days, which hopefully you'll have seen by the time this comes out.
But yeah, I didn't research it, but we come up with suggestions. Possibly it's due to length.
Yeah.
Or it could just be...
Good.
A pack. You took it there.
Movability.
Prehensileness.
I did take it there. Yeah, that's a really good word. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I thought maybe
how prehensile is it?
Is it just a pachyderm thing? Who knows?
Do anteaters have trunks or snouts?
I think that's a snout.
What about an aardvark? Oh, apologies, the laptop
Ghosts.
bag just fell over. Oh my god, speaking of ghosts, total random...
Before we went to this, the weekend.
Total random, thank you, gremlin,
Gravity.
Ghost, gravity, whatever's living in my flat. So, before we went to London? Or was it?
Yeah, it was that weekend because I asked Jackson...
Oh, if you find it, will you put it
Keep an
somewhere?
eye out.
So Adam has got a lovely clipper lighter. It is bright orange with a blue and yellow band across the middle and really nice black letters that says Dickhead. Now, Adam and I like to find a fun clipper. It's just something that we do. Or I don't know if Adam's developed the habit because I buy him one every time
You're
I
a
buy
terrible
myself
influence.
one. I am a bad influence. But anyway, the weekend... a couple of days before we went to London, Adam lost this lighter in my flat. And we looked for it, we pulled the sofas apart, we moved stuff about.
I'd had it the night before.
Yep.
I'd lit a cigarette with it, went to bed, came back the next morning,
Gone.
couldn't find it. Obviously must have used it at some point and put it down, but other than putting it down where I'd sat in the same place I'm recording now,
Yep.
it had disappeared into the ether.
Yeah.
As you said, we searched. We pulled all the cushions off.
really
We
did.
stuck our hands down the sofa, pulling out
made
various fluffs and crumbs.
Concerted effort. No money, unfortunately. No. Lots of fluff and crumbs. But yeah, we made a real concerted effort to find this lighter. We just couldn't see it anywhere. So Jackson was staying at the flat to look after Kiara for the weekend, because obviously you can't leave her on her own. She's a princess, and also she's an animal. And it'd be like leaving a 5-year-old alone in a flat, and that would be illegal.
Kiara's an incredibly hairy cat.
Oh my god, she's
You might
so
hear her snoring in the
hairy.
background.
Yeah, if you do hear her snoring, I'm really sorry. So we asked Jackson, can you keep an eye out for this lighter? And if you see it, can you just put it on the side next to the sofa so Adam can have it back? Anyway, Jackson didn't find the lighter. It's been a couple of weeks. I'd completely forgotten about the lighter, hadn't even thought about it, not seen it, not touched it, assumed the cat had hidden it somewhere. And what happened today?
I was up at stupid o'clock this morning because I couldn't sleep and just sat down in the lounge on the tray next to me. Oh, there's the lighter. I'll have to remember to thank Karen for finding it for me.
And you did, and what happened then?
I didn't find it.
No, I don't care if people believe me or not. This is a bit like Biffo and Sanya here in The Big Cat when they went out to do their Halloween video.
Check out the latest Digi video.
Yeah, check out the latest Digi video. It's actually really worth a good watch. I genuinely did not find this lighter. I haven't touched it. I haven't seen it. I'd completely forgotten about it. And Adam's like, oh, cheers for finding this. And I was like, that wasn't me.
Out of nowhere, reappeared on that tray of its own accord, seemingly.
Yeah.
Clearly it didn't, but...
I mean, either the cat put it there or a ghost did. And I know we've talked about this and joked about this before, and I've said... I was convinced my flat was haunted for ages, and you debunked it as the seagulls on the roof.
That's some big seagulls.
Yeah, very big seagulls. Also, not a very thick roof. And I totally go for that. I explain all of the noises away to the seagulls, especially like the running noises, because they run to take off and they run when they land with their noisy twats. But I do not know where this lighter was, or where it came from, or why it was even put back on the tray. But thank you to whichever power that thought that that was a nice idea, because it's genuinely appreciated.
I definitely do. There'll be a lovely photo on the blog as well.
There will, yes. Your dickhead will be all over the internet.
Phrasing.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Can I do a shout out before we go on to our actual programmed sections? I know this intro is super, super long.
I know I was looking ways to raise money on the show for the last episode. No.
OnlyFans apparently is the only way to make any money. I need to give the wonderful Gareth Gwynn a shout out.
Oh, my old flatmate and celebrity.
That's
now
the one.
Podcaster, comedian, writer,
Genius.
excellent man.
Yeah. I need to say thank you to him because we had a lovely conversation in my Twitter DMs last week. Because I'd put a post on Twitter because I was shocked by a podcast that I've become quite fond of. An American podcast. They've got adverts. They're a big podcast. They do live shows. I'm not going to say who they are.
No pod nod from you this week.
No pod nod from me. They don't need one. They've got enough fans.
I'll give a pod nod to Gareth Pod.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
What have they called themselves now?
I was gonna...
After Zennial Dome?
I'm so over it.
That's it. I'm so over it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Anyway, thank you, Gareth, because I put this post up because I was shocked. This podcast, they've recently changed how they do their adverts and they've started performing them during their podcast as opposed to inserting them as like ad breaks. And normally with inserted ad breaks, I can just like find the fast forward button quick enough to just skip through them. So I don't normally listen to ads. But because they were performing them, I didn't really register because I was like typing away at my desk, writing an email. But they were doing a gambling ad. And I was really taken aback. I was really shocked.
What are the odds?
Sorry. The odds of me being shocked or the odds of them doing a gambling ad? I mean, they're being paid for it. Good for them, whatever. But I personally disagree with gambling adverts, just like I disagree with alcohol adverts. We banned cigarette advertising because it's all bad for your health. Why can't we do the same?
Can't even have good livery in Formula 1 anymore.
No, I know. God, honestly, no Marlboro cars these days. But anyway, Gareth Gwynn saw this post, and thank you for following me. I appreciate it. And he sent me a lovely message asking if because they do adverts now, if I'd ever noticed a gambling advert pop up in their episodes since they've changed. And I said no. And he said, thank you for highlighting this. And he went to the people that organised the ads that get inserted into the episodes. And you can request certain types of ads not to be played.
Oh, fair play.
So he's gone to them and said, we do not want any gambling ads inserted into our podcast.
Said he was a nice chap, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, and he is. He's lovely. So thank you, Gareth, and thank you...
Essils.
Yeah, thank you, Essils, as well, for continuing your amazing pod and for being so conscientious.
I knew I'd get the name wrong. I was hoping I'd quickly check while you were talking, then I'd come back with the name, but you put me on the spot. What's it called? I'm so not over it. I knew I would get it wrong.
I'm so not over it.
That's why I wanted to check. Yeah. I thought I'd have 5 seconds. I can press a button and come back. There we go. Yeah. Sound professional. No!
So...
Formerly the Zennial Dome.
That's correct. So that I'm so not over it podcast. But yeah, great guys. Really funny pod. They've done some amazing interviews recently that I've really enjoyed. So thank you, Gareth.
Pod nod for the... I was going to say pod nod for the week and I've just spoiled the end of that segment.
Pod nod for the episode.
Link once again in the blog.
That's a really long intro.
It's time again for lightly used news.
Huzzah!
Abergavenny man's wild boar hunt ends badly. From Tim Butters at the Abergavenny Chronicle on Monday the 29th of April 2024.
A wild boar.
An Abergavenny man has urged people not to go on any wild boar hunts in the Forest of Dean after he and his 2 friends were nearly eaten by a crazed pig creature. Semi-professional, long-distance runner Johnny Turnip told the Chronicle that he and a couple of mates had decided to go on an illegal hunting expedition in the forest to get their head straight, after a couple of days had left them questioning reality. Turnip explained, "Me, Big Tony and Puerto Rico Paul were a bit of a loose end after adventures in the Abergavenny tunnels. In hindsight, we were probably overdue for some serious therapy, but we've always had a head-down, brass-it-out mentality." So Puerto Rico Paul went back to hawking his Simon Le Bon tribute act around the pubs and clubs of Monmouthshire. Big Tony went back to digging ditches, and I returned to the job centre to pretend I'd been actively seeking work instead of saving the world. Except for a few blinding hangovers, and in Puerto Rico Paul's case, the sudden onset of a personality disorder, the lads began to quietly settle into domesticity.
Sorry, I totally put you off then.
The lads began to quietly settle back into domesticity.
Domesticity.
Yet, according to Turnip, early last week, Big Tony announced to his friends he had to get out of town in a hurry, and did they fancy a spot of wild boar hunting in the Forest of Dean. Turnip explained, "It was a Monday evening. All of a sudden, Big Tony screeched to a halt outside my flat in his Bedford rascal. Me and Puerto Rico Paul were in day 2 of our Game of Thrones marathon, so when the big man knocked on the door, we pretended we weren't in. Yet he was persistent. I had no choice but to carefully place my half-eaten pork rib in a pint of lager to let it marinate, and open the door to my man cave." Turnip explained that one look of the deathly pallor of his old mate, and he knew something was seriously wrong. Big Tony just looked at me and said, "I need to get out of town and lay low for a while, JT. I've messed up." Turnip added, "It takes a lot to rattle Big Tone. He sort of strides through life like a colossus, indifferent and unconcerned with the carnage he leaves in his wake. So when he tells you he's messed up, you know it's wise to ask no questions." I just bellowed at Puerto Rico Paul to pause the swords and sex action and invited Tone in. Turnip revealed that after Big Tony had downed a 4-pack and eaten the best part of a whole crispy duck, he asked his friends to accompany him to the forest for a few days on a wild boar hunt.
Nice.
Turnip said, "At first, Puerto Rico Paul moaned they had tickets to the circus on the weekend, and he wasn't about to give up the thrills and spills of the big top to go kill some pig. However, I gave him a stern look and said, 'Our friend needs this, Paul. We need this. This isn't the time for clowns and trapeze artists. This is the time for men to be men. Let's go bond in the woods and kill some animals.'" Turnip added, "We were all soon shouting, 'Hell yeah!' giving each other high fives and bear hugs. But in all the excitement, we forgot that Big Tony wanted to leave ASAP, and none of us had any camping gear, equipment, or guns, or beer. Tone said, 'Don't worry about that, fellas. My van's loaded up with necessary, but trust me, we need to move fast. And Welsh Water's already on their way to the site.'"
Oh, God.
Puerto Rico Paul then mused, "Hang on a minute. I thought you were in the middle of a groundworks job at Brecon Road. How come you finished so early?" "Ask no questions and receive no fists to your face," muttered Big Tone, as he ushered us all out of the flat and into the rascal. Turnip recalled that speeding down the road to make it to the forest before nightfall, Puerto Rico Paul began rummaging through Big Tone's CD collection. It was mostly AC/DC, but there was an awkward moment where he came across the greatest hits of ABBA. Waved it accusingly in Tony's face.
I thought you were going to say Rick Astley or something.
Tone turned a thunderous shade of crimson, but he kept his hands gripped on the wheel, and with his eyes on the road, he softly said with an unmistakable edge, "It belongs to the ex-missus." Paul wasn't having any of that, and he began singing in a capped voice, "Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong." And before he could get any further, Big Tone roared like a bear that's been prodded with a sharp stick, got Paul in a stranglehold and began to choke the life out of him. I quickly grabbed the wheel and screamed, "For Christ's sake, will you two muppets behave? We're here to hunt pigs, not throttle one another." Eventually, Big Tony released his grip on Puerto Rico Paul, who had gone a strange shade of blue, and took the wheel back from me. Knowing that a humble apology wasn't in either Big Tony or Puerto Rico Paul's toolkit, I put AC/DC's Back in Black on, and although they initially tried to fight the urge to rock out like a bad bitch, by the time Brian Johnson was screeching, "Cut loose from the noose!" they had their arms...
Do it again!
They had their arms draped around one another's shoulders, and were head-banging furiously. You'll have to play it back when you listen.
Aww.
Wounds had been healed without any words needed to be said. It was our way, and a good omen. Or so I thought, until we saw the white deer that made a sphere off the road and crashed spectacularly into the woods.
Fuck.
To be continued.
No! Not on a new story arc! It's time for... Tat in the box, 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 tat in the box. Tat in the box. I think I missed a clap out there.
Sorry, I was giggling. I'm going to do that because I'm going to interrupt you. We're not doing Tat in the Box just yet.
Are we not?
It's your birthday. By the time you've heard this, you'll have...
I will have turned
an age.
44.
So the first one I will give you is the present you asked for.
Ooh, yay!
So you kind of know what you're getting
presents.
here.
I've got my eyes closed because you're turning your laptop round.
Are you definitely closed?
They are. My hands are over my eyes and my eyes are
just
closed.
as well because the screen switched off despite me wedging it open with a lighter.
Needed a bigger wedge. That's what she said.
Happy birthday.
Oh my god! Oh, I love it! Oh, I've never looked so sexy. Oh, thank you, Spunk Rock. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome.
Oh my god, I love it. So, because this is an audio format, Adam has had a portrait of me commissioned by the wonderful artist Spunk Rock, who actually was introduced to my knowledge by CheapShow because Paul Gannon really likes her work. And
you can see why.
It's fantastic. I love it. So I took about 1,000 photos of myself with subtle, sexy lighting in my nice purple underwear and sent them to Adam, and we sort of like wheedled them down to like 3 to choose from. And I let you choose which picture, and it's in front of me and I genuinely love it. I wish I looked actually like that because that's really sexy.
Spunk Rock is an amazingly talented artist.
I don't mind if you want to put this on the website in the part of the blog. I don't mind because it's so cool.
And you get to see Karen's birthday present in the vlog.
Oh, I love it. Oh my god, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
It's brilliant. I'm blown away by that. Thank you.
Many happy returns.
Oh my god, I love that so much. Genuinely.
Okay, so the rules are close your eyes, hands out.
Yep.
Time to caress and guess.
Oh, I do love a good feel. As long as it's not, think something that's going to freak me out.
Apart.
I still get nerves.
And move it. Sit back, keep a little bit further
So
away
I
from the
don't
mic.
hit the mic. Ooh.
Actually, you can open your eyes straight away.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's a stripy bag. Aww.
So it's something you didn't ask for your birthday.
Happy birthday, love Adam. And 3 kisses. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. What is it? Oh, there's paper in here. Do I look at the paper first?
Oh, that's the envelope you asked for.
Oh, that's the A4 envelope
part of the present.
I asked for. Thank you very much. I need that.
Just an A4 envelope.
Oh, look. Oh, this is in a Morrison's bag, and the last thing you gave me in a Morrison's bag freaked me out.
Hopefully it won't be so bad this time.
Are you sure? I'm not.
Hopefully.
I've got nerves.
It's meant to be a special occasion.
Okay. Oh, it feels weird. Okay, right. I'm going to take it out of the bag. Sorry for the noise. It looks pink through the Morrison's bag. Let's have a look. Ooh. Is it a bag in a bag in a bag?
It's a bag in a bag.
Oh my god. Oh, this is really cute. It's Converse. Oh, wow. I like the side. It's all laced up like a boot would be.
I know you like your Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, I love Chuck Taylors. And it's got a fucking Converse sole with an all-star on the back of it. It's red. It's a little shoulder bag or a crossbody bag.
Oh, also inside there's another gift.
Be
very, very gentle.
It's not alive, is it?
No. I've noticed yesterday when a couple of days ago, when I was putting it in there, there's a damaged area. You might need to use a bit of seamstressing skills.
Okay, I should do this for the microphone. Oh, that's satisfying. That's a nice quality zip. Ooh. Oh, no! No way! Have you had this all this time?
I went back a couple of weeks later. It was still leather. It's a sign.
That's Liz!
So that's where it went.
And I said it was gone as well!
I said nothing.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to mess with these levels so much. Otherwise I'm going to be bursting people's eardrums. But people, it has returned.
Featured.
The really sad duck. The sad looking duck from the YMCA in Schlesley. Oh, he shakes, he wobbles.
I think it might have made a weird noise at some point.
It might have been like one of those like cow tippy things?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like that.
I think he might have made a quacky noise or something.
Oh my god, I love him,
It looks like a Ginger Orville.
Yeah, it's a really
Be very
sad
You might need to use a bit of stitching on the foot.
Oh yeah, his little leg needs gluing back in, bless him. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I love the bag as well. Oh my god, you couldn't have done any better. It's amazing. I'm going to sit the little sad duck in front of me to amuse me for the rest
keep
of the evening.
price tag on there because it's got his name on it. He's known as the sad-looking duck.
He was £2 for anybody who wants to know, but he is the sad-looking
no expense
duck,
spared.
and I adore him. We've already got photos of him on Twitter and on Instagram, but we'll do
refresh
a refresher.
your memory.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Right, do you want the actual Tat in the Box?
Yeah, give me that actual
Sorry.
Tat in the Box. It's not going to be anywhere near as dynamic as this, is it?
No.
Oh, thank you.
You're very
thank
welcome.
You so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Thank you.
In advance or in the past, depending on when you're listening.
Past, present,
When this
and
comes
future
out.
Karen.
Future for us,
Welcome
past
to
for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Right, get your shit out.
Eyes closed first.
Eyes
You
are
know the rules.
closed.
Hands together. So I've got somewhere to
prayer
place
position?
the items.
Oh, like
There we go. Actually-
open like a book.
Perfect size.
My hands are together and they're open like a book, as if we were playing charades. Oh, I nearly opened my eyes then. Sorry, I raised my eyebrows too far.
Actually, this is also a present, but it is the actual Tat.
It feels plasticky. There's a sticker.
Be careful if you move your hand up, I'm guiding your fingers to the top. It does come out of the sleeve.
Aha! So
You want to turn it upside down into your hand.
It's a plastic sleeve for those of you who are listening. It's got that crimped edge that plastic gets. I'm assuming it's clear. My eyes are still closed. The contents feels papery.
We're still going to be finding out whether
Ooh.
Karen can tell colours of objects using her hands.
Is this an Ordnance Survey map?
No.
Okay, that was my
can
first
remove it from
initial
the cover.
guess. I've removed the paper object from the plastic sleeve.
Actually, the answer is on the cover. I'll leave that on display for you.
It feels like is that the cover, or is
I
that
can't say.
that part of it that's come away?
These
Have I
are
just
individual
broken it?
items put inside the sleeve.
Ooh! Are they first day covers? Are they stamps?
Yes! Do you want to open your eyes?
Yes!
Yeah.
Cool! Monaco first day covers 1966 to 1998. £2 the lot.
I got these from Tom's dad's shop.
No way!
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Tom and Tom's parents. By the way, Tom,
Tom.
you still haven't told me how to send your mum £35 for the item that I want, so please sort that out. Thank you, love you.
I've got the address for the shop, so we can just probably put it in an envelope.
I was going to say,
postal order
I
or
don't
something.
think they'll accept a cheque.
Postal orders. That's fine.
Banking, what is it called when the bank gives it to you?
Banker's
check?
draft.
Yeah, banker's draft.
Oh, yeah, it's from Tom's Family Antique Shop when we're in St Albans 2 weeks ago now. Tom
usually got
of
slips
Channel 84 fame,
They've
of which
u-
we are a member of the Studio Channel 84 network.
We are indeed. We love you, gentlemen. I was going to say, these normally have a bit of information on the inside, but these don't. These are so cool.
Oh, honourable mention. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to read my own writing for a second.
That's all right. I figured that's what you were doing.
It's something that I meant to feature on the show a few weeks ago.
All right.
I didn't have time to.
Okay. I thought that said Garibaldi then, but it says Grimaldi. Yeah.
Half man, half biscuit.
Francois Grimaldi dit Milizia.
My niece's birthday came and went before I could use it on the show, so honourable
you
mention
told me about that.
to the tiny Henry Hoover I meant to
yeah.
use. Photos will be on the blog once again.
Yeah, we love a Henry. These are awesome.
I remember you mentioned that you like stamps.
Yeah, I was a bit of a sad child and I collected stamps. I can't remember what the word for a stamp collector is.
Philatelist?
Something like that. And I had loads. And I was part of a pen pal club and had Asterix limited edition stamps and things. I don't know where they are now. They're definitely not here. But yeah, I had loads of stamps for years and years and years. And these are so cool.
And the Principality of Monaco is a pretty cool place.
It really is. There is a Grand Prix one in here as well. They're awesome. There's small envelopes with the official stamps on the Premier Jour d'émission, which is a first day cover. There's quite a few. It's probably 15 or something like that. I haven't actually counted. They're all different. They've all got the Monaco stamp on to make them official first day covers, and that's got the release date on. The first one is dated the 1st of February 1966, and there's a December 96. That's the Monaco Grand Prix. That's pretty cool. They've got a Formula 1 car there and some sort of rally car. Yeah, I'm not very good with cars.
I'm going to guess that's a Lancia. Let's have a quick look.
Adam's going to do his thing.
Actually, I need my glasses on. I might be a Ford Escort.
Oh my God, are you going blind?
Yes, I've got glaucoma.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, that's a Ford Escort Cosworth. Is that second or third?
The second.
There we go.
Oh yeah, these are amazing. Thank you so much. These are a really cool little collection. I'm going to treasure these. I might frame them, but having said that, there are already lots of frames in this flat that need to be placed on walls, as Jackson politely reminds me frequently. So this is a project to be done, but they're awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you, Mr. and Mrs. James, for hanging on to these and treasuring them in your shop. Excellent antique shop in St Albans.
Oh my God, yeah, if you ever get a chance to go, please do. Like, I could literally spend hours there. I was really sad that we were only there for about 15, 20 minutes, but I did get to fuss a little white kitten, and that was very cute.
Yeah, James's of St Albans.
Yeah.
And they got some awesome items.
And I think, like, they've had that shop for 70 or 90 years, something like that, Tom was saying. Like, his parents are, like, the second or third generation to run it.
Right, my turn.
Oh, God, yeah, you've got to feel my shit as well.
Phrasing.
Yeah, all right. Got your eyes closed?
Yeah, eyes closed, hands out.
You can open your eyes for a second. Disclaimer. You will immediately know what type of item this is as soon as I put it in your hands. So to say, oh, it's a this, doesn't score you a point.
Doesn't cut the mustard.
Because anyone who's ever held one of these things would know what type of thing it is. But it is what is included as part of the type of thing that it is that makes it special and why I've included it in my tap. Okay?
Okay, I'm trying not to be too smutty.
All right. Close your eyes, hold your hands out. They're perfect as they are.
Oh, mine's gone to the toilet straight away.
I'm going to try and do this silently, otherwise that'll give it away as well. Right.
That's so noisy.
And they are in your hand.
Oh. Okay, right. So it's a mug of some kind.
It is a mug.
Very thin.
Yeah.
It's definitely more of a tea mug than a coffee mug.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
It's got a slightly fluted top. Is it a Charles and Diana commemorative?
It is not. I would never, ever.
I thought there's a particularly unflattering likeness.
That would be very funny. If I found something that was really awful, then maybe just for a giggle.
This was licensed.
But I mean, if you were to guess what was on this, I would be incredibly amazed. But I'm not going to force you to, so feel free to open your eyes and look whenever you like.
Oh, that's not far from here.
It's really not.
It's now, I can't remember the name of the plant. What it's called?
Inca? Yeah, it's the manufacturing space.
But it's to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Walker's Crisps Swansea plant.
Yes, indeed.
On Forestfach, Carmarthen Road?
Yeah, Carmarthen Road, the far end of it in Forestfach, yeah.
And yeah, I remember that it used to be Smith's when I was a child.
Stop giving away my facts.
What's that one fact? I live there.
Stop being a clever tosser.
I used to live in Gowton. I lived there for decades.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not far from Tesco.
That's true. It's directly opposite Tesco. So, this is, as you have said, a commemorative mug for the 50th anniversary of the Swansea Walker's plant. 1948 to 1998. One of the finest vintages. And it was £1 from the Barnardo's Park Towie. And these actually were a pair. So I have another one. So this is for you if you would like to add it to your collection of mugs.
Absolutely. This one features the orange...
Stop giving away my facts!
Oh, I should have been describing it. Sorry.
You're so naughty. So anyway, yes. Shut up, Adam.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll shut up now.
That's your £1 present because that's how much I care. So the mug itself is a white bone china mug. And it's featuring Chester the Cheetah from Cheetos. Yes, actually Cheetos did used to be produced in the UK, not just America. And also the Orange Monster from Monster Munch, which apparently represents giant prawn and pickled onion flavours.
It was on 2-packs at some point.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Side note, the Monsters, originally from the 1980s, they got a revamp in 1995, and apparently there was a vanilla ice cream monster that was all melty with a cherry on its head, but I do not remember it.
I remember the flavour, I don't remember the monster.
Yeah, so I did a bit of Googling, and this thing actually does exist. There are people selling empty packets of things with that monster on eBay. If you really want to go and buy some packaging from the 1990s, if you really want to. But I don't think...
Capitalise on some merch with that on there.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember this freak?
It's not my cup of tea. Ha ha.
We'd have to bring the flavour back.
Yeah. So, speaking of flavours, what's your favourite flavour Monster Munch?
Roast beef.
Yeah.
Pink Monster.
My flavour of choice used to be pickled onion. Used to be, but since I've turned into an old lady and things like pickled onion make me literally suck my gums off my teeth, I've changed my mind and I really quite like the flaming hot ones, and I know that's controversial, but
they've changed the flavour. They used to be a lot nicer.
Yeah, they did, and in fairness, I've not eaten a packet in a really long time, because Monster Munch aren't really my go-to for crisps. So yeah, but flavours, awesome. Beef versus flaming hot. I wonder what they taste like combined.
Oh, happy to find out.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Taste test one day.
So, a bit of history about the Swansea Walkers plant itself. The plant opened in 1948, and it was originally Smith's Potato Crisps, as you spoiled for everybody.
Sorry, I know something from local knowledge.
I know, I'm such a bitch, I'm sorry. So, opening the factory brought significant industry and employment opportunities to the area post-World War II, which is obviously really important because Swansea did actually get the shit bombed out of it, because it was a large dock here and it was quite important. The factory operated as a crisp and snack producer for 58 years in total. Originally, packers would hand seal the bags of Smith's potato crisps with a paintbrush and glue until more modern manufacturing techniques were employed. And the crisps themselves, a packet of crisps originally were 2 pennies a bag. Can you imagine paying 2 pence for a bag of crisps now?
By the inflation.
Do you remember when snaps were like 20p a bag? I used to love snaps. Tomato snaps.
It's the new Freddo's index.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Freddo's really is like the marker of inflation. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh dear. So, Smiths were also a really well-paying employer compared to other places locally, even other manufacturers, which were literally across the other side of the road. And staff members as young as 17 were earning up to £6 a week. So I went onto the National Archives currency converter, and they say £6 in 1989 is worth £16.52 in today's money, which back then would apparently have bought you 1 stone of wool.
That's a heavy sheep.
Yeah, I mean, there were some strange sort of like, you could have got this for this, but the only thing you could have got 100% of was the stone of wool. I think you could have bought like 1 leg of a horse. But there were a few random like comparators on there.
Good luck making the jump out of that.
Yeah. So the 1980s sees the Walkers take over, which brings Smiths into the giant that everyone knows as PepsiCo, who own pretty much everything these days. At its peak, the factory produced around 230 tonnes of snacks. Did I say per week before I started the 230? Per week, 230 tonnes, approximately. Anything from Monster Munch to Mr. Eli Silverman's favourite thing on the planet that he can no longer get hold of, Cheese Moments. I wonder if Cheese Moments production ceased in coercion, no, what's the word?
Coincidentally?
No. Like, at the same time as the factory in Swansea being shut down. Maybe Swansea was the only place they produced the Cheese Moments, and they didn't take that manufacturing process to any of their other UK sites.
It coincided with the shutting down.
Yeah, that's the word. Coincided.
I did
Thank
say coincidentally.
You. Yeah, you were way closer than I was. I'm fucking a perimenopausal brain, I think. Anyway, so yeah, potentially Swansea is the reason you can no longer get Cheese Moments. I cannot confirm or deny that, but it seems to be, as Adam pointed out, coincidental. Gary Lineker, the wonderful footballer and man with superior ears, visited the Walker's plant during the height of his advertising career for crisps. And on Friday, the 3rd of March 2006, crisp production ceased abruptly. Basically, none of the staff knew. It was just like, we shut the factory. That's it. It's off. Yeah. Everything's done. So more than 250 people lost their jobs, and only 18 of the people who were employed at Swansea opted to be transferred to one of the other UK Walker sites. Everyone else was basically made redundant.
Yes.
The plan was Walkers hoped to sell the factory, which was a Grade 2 listed building, for around £2 million. And staff were informed in letters that the cost of maintaining the plant was impossible and therefore closure was unavoidable. And there is a story online about the employees from Walkers in Swansea receiving a packet of crisps each from Walkers, and it was reported in places that it was like a thanks very much, see you later gift.
Well, fuck you very much.
Yeah, but it turned out that Walkers reported that it was part of their new campaign for their fancy crisps, and every single Walkers employee in the UK had received a packet of those crisps, and they felt it would be unfair to the workers from Swansea to not receive those. But in fairness, I don't think you could have made a right decision.
Damned if you do.
Yeah, it is a damned if you do, damned if you don't. So regardless of whether it was like a fuck you or a we've included you in spite of the fact that we've sacked you, there was no right choice.
It would have been hilarious if it was that coincided with the promotion where they somehow all got the winning packets.
Oh yeah, can you imagine if they all had like £1 million? So so that is the history of the Swansea Smith's potato crisps / Walker's plant, and the 2 mugs that I found in Bernardo's that I just could not resist.
So what were the characters in your mug?
Exactly the same.
Oh, cheers.
Chin chin. Yeah. So yeah, there's my tat.
Oh, and you know what wasn't far away from this factory?
The
Dragon Factory on Forest Park
Industrial
Estate.
The one we went to go and be nosy at.
I've got to put this mug to the test as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopt the dark. I was born in it, moulded by it. When I first saw the light, I was already a man. By then, it was nothing to me but blinding.
Very nice.
That passes the Bane test very well, Batman.
That's fine bone china for you.
Yeah.
Put the kettle on, love.
2 shutters, please, darling.
Dun 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 dun. And we are back with our final 2 challenges of the industrial zone of the Crystal Maze.
Well said.
Thank you. It didn't take 3 goes at all.
Jackson, it is your turn to pick a challenge.
Oh, fantastic. And if you listen to the outtakes and here comes your action to the physical, I'm going to pick mental.
No, you can't do that. That's cheating.
A physical then, please. I would love a
Okey-dokey.
physical challenge.
Would you now?
Yeah.
Just to even things up between you and Adam.
Exactly.
Okay. The Industrial Zone physical game. Strike the cup 3 times to win the crystal. What you will need: the plastic cup, 3 plastic balls, a master's maze hand, the timer, and a crystal. The player should kneel or crouch on the floor in a room with a fairly smooth and flat surface. Carpet is fine. Mark a start line on the floor in front of the player and place the cup upside down roughly 1.5 meters away from the start. Place the 3 balls and the maze master's hand in front of the player. We suggest putting something behind the cup to stop the balls rolling away and getting lost.
What's the Maze Master's hand?
It's one of these spanky hands.
A spanky hand?
I need to take photos.
They have a sucker on one side.
Oh, that's the Richard Ayoade Games Master hand thing, isn't it?
Oh, is it? It must be an Iowadi Gen.
Right, so
Yeah.
1.5 meters.
Yes.
So... Are you there, right?
Yeah. To where? Where's the cup?
The cup's right behind
Okay.
the
yeah.
new setup thing.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
nicely measured. Yeah.
Now you have 2 minutes to hit the cup 3 times.
With me balls?
With your balls.
I need to...
Once you have hit all 3 balls, you must retrieve all 3 balls.
Oh, I want to go a whole metre and a half.
Nobody can assist you with the collection of your balls.
Oh,
that's a full half metre further than I had to go.
I know.
But I didn't have the Games Master's hand held.
It's not about the size.
The clock?
It is against the clock. Are you ready, Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
3,
yes.
2, 1, go.
Oh my god, these don't...
He missed.
I did. That wasn't a cup.
He missed.
That wasn't a cup.
He missed.
Where's the other one gone?
I don't know.
Oh, right, I've got 2. I think it went over 2. I'm down to 2.
Okay, keep hitting them. Fail. Oh, the cat spotted the ball.
The cat's got ball.
Oh no.
Yes, that's 1.
Oh no, the cat's going to interfere with gameplay.
1 ball got. No one's keeping tally except me.
That's one hit. 1 successful hit.
That's 2.
2 successful hits.
Woo! I am a master.
You've got loads of time left.
Oh, good.
2 successful hits.
I am getting my own balls.
I don't know where that 3rd one has gone.
It went.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you found it.
Oh, yes,
3rd one's back in play.
Oh.
3rd one's back out of play.
Retrieving balls.
Balls being retrieved.
The cat is going to also get well involved. Yay!
Yay! Number 3 hit with a good minute left on the timer. Well done, Jackson.
I do sports. There we go.
Yay, sports.
Yay, sports.
Brilliant.
There we go.
So, I guess that leaves Adam with... I am so sorry. I'm so used to these two failing.
I was offended at that.
Yes.
I'm so used to these two
It's
failing
so hard to get
miserably.
these little things, and we're being denied.
1 little crystal ball.
Thank you very much.
Jackson is 2-1 up. Nice little jazz fingers then. Lovely.
Guess that leaves me with a mental round to play.
Seems only fair.
Let's
have a look.
If the cat fits.
Oh, Jesus.
If you're not looking forward to this.
See how many words are on them pages?
Zig a zig.
Oh, this is a complicated round.
This is a complicated round. Okay, Industrial Zone mental game. Follow the clues to find the 2 remaining hazardous vials before locating the crystal. Warning, you must locate all the vials. What you need. Industrial game mental base.
Which shape is it?
It's on the back of one of them. Is it on the back of this one?
No.
No. Oh, you got it?
No.
Oh.
What's that one? On the back of that one?
Weird.
Nothing on the back of it, is there?
Oh, hang on. Is it this thing? It's this thing.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Oh, it's some sort of cipher we've got to work out.
It's like a codex thing.
Right.
Right. What you will need. The Industrial Mental Game base. 18 Industrial Mental Game vial cards.
I think they're...
Those things. Yes, well done. A timer and a crystal. Preparation. Important note. This challenge takes a fair bit of time to set up. So this would be an opportune moment for players to put the kettle on, get some snacks, talk about maze masters behind their backs. Please read these instructions very carefully. Choose a room in which to play this challenge. It should be a different room to the one in which you are playing the board game. Well, that's not going to happen.
No.
For this challenge, there is a set of 18 cards which depict vials of hazardous chemicals. You will only use 3 of these cards from the set. Each vial card displays a coded word which represents an object or area of a room. So it's important that the 3 cards chosen have these objects or locations in that room. For example, if the room does not have a television, then choose a different card instead. The Maze Master should look in the Solutions section opposite and choose 3 appropriate cards from the list. For the purpose of explaining the rules, we will refer to the vials as card 1, 2, and 3.
I'm happy to just flip a coin for the crystal. Easier.
That's cheating. It's a bit half-hearted. So card 1, for example, could be cushion, card 2 could be stool, card 3 could be TV. Working backwards, look at card 3, Then place the crystal at the location written on this card, e.g. TV. Place card 3 in the location written on card 2, e.g. stool. Place card 2 on the location written on card 1, e.g. cushion.
Treasure hunt.
Yeah, treasure hunt. Yeah. Give card 1 to the player. The vial cards cannot be completely hidden from view.
Are these even smaller than the last cards I had to bloody find?
When this challenge has been set up, the player should enter the room.
Oh, I'm honestly happy to flip a coin.
Other players may watch from the doorway, but no conferring is allowed. Give you the game card so you can see the instructions. Hand the game base to the player. Start the timer. Place it in the central location in the room so they can easily be seen. Game. First of all, the player has to decipher the word written on card 1. This will lead them to the location of card 2. Once they've found card 2, the word written on that will lead them to card 3. Once they have the word written on card 3, that will lead them to the location of the crystal. The player is only allowed to keep the crystal if they finish the challenge with all 3 vial cards and the crystal. They must not cut corners and merely look for the crystal without completing the whole challenge. If the player does not successfully complete this, then the maze master must remember to retrieve the crystal.
I was going to cut corners by forfeiting this game.
I assume I can show you the solutions, otherwise how would you work them out? Oh, they've got letters.
I've got the codex written there.
Right, can I have the thingy cards, please? Oh, they're there.
I've shuffled them.
And can you walk out of the room, please?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've got chair, picture, shelf, clock, light, door, corner, window, plug, table, curtain, remote, sofa, vase, speaker, cushion, mirror, and plant. Right, hang on, this is going to take a minute. No? That is a plug. Should say on the other side.
I'm going to stay in the kitchen. There's pizza in there.
Okay. Nearly there.
I can't believe they don't tell you what they mean easily.
I know, right? It's bonkers.
You'll have to work it out first. There you go, you've got a 3.
Oh, is it only 3?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll just still let the coin.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I can't even remember the thing. Right, I need a crystal. I'll try and put these on an easy accessible side of the room so it doesn't have to mess about too much. Right, hang on. So I need to keep that one. Can you have that?
I can, yes.
Yeah. You need to look after that. And close your eyes.
I'm still not looking.
Okay. You ready? Oh, Christ.
Come back in.
Yes, you can. Come back in.
Put my glasses on, although didn't help me last time.
It didn't. I have tried to place these things in accessible areas for you, okay?
Right, so I
Okay.
need
You
the
have.
codex.
You do need the codex. So this is the first clue. You have 2 minutes to solve.
Do I have to read the back of this?
Oh, you read the back of that card if you want, yeah.
It'll say, explain
Tell
exactly
you
what
exactly
we've
what
done.
we've done.
Follow the clues to find the 2 hazardous remaining vials. You must clean all the vials, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yes, that's the right way around.
Okay. 2 minutes start now.
This way up.
No idea. It was really hard for me to figure out what they were, and it actually just says.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You sure it's that way up?
Show me. I can't see, your hand is in the way.
Hang on.
Why don't you try putting the gate?
Plug.
So, Adam thinks plug is the first answer. So now he's looking at all the plugs.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Aha, he has located clue number 2 on top of the plug socket. Now he is trying to work out clue number 2 in the possibly darkest corner of the room.
Oh, I'm not
Oh,
going to get
well
on
done
these.
for keeping an eye on the timer. thinking
What
hard.
the fuck is that?
He's thinking very hard.
I can hear it.
I think I can too. About 40 seconds.
No, I'm not finding the right on the other card quick enough. Chair.
There's only one of them.
That was the one that Jackson said, huh?
It is the one that Jackson is sat on. Right, he solved the second clue. He's got about 25 seconds to do the third clue and find the crystal.
I feel like it would be
About 15 seconds. Oh, he's heading in the right direction. Third clue is door. 5, 4, 3. Look down. 2, 1, 0. No, that's tinfoil.
Why have you got tinfoil and the ball on the floor?
Because I own a cat.
Yeah, but that's not again.
I didn't even see that was there, to be honest.
That's unfair. They're not going to put fake-looking crystals around the crystal dome. That's a crystal. That's not something that might look a bit like a crystal to someone with shit eyesight.
I'm sorry, I didn't even register it was there till you touched it.
I still can't see it.
No, it's because your man's searching. It's on the far side of the door. Oh well. No crystal for Adam. That was a bit of a letdown.
Never mind.
I feel like
Just mean
we
this game will be
are
over
going to
quickly.
be having a very short visit to the dome.
Yeah, I think it might be. So, after 2 zones, Jackson has won 2 crystals, which equals 10 seconds in the crystal dome. Adam has won 1 crystal, which equals 5 seconds in the crystal dome.
Oh dear.
So it's going swimmingly.
Marvellous.
Dun 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 dun. We're finally getting to it. Final section of the show.
We have reached Bibliotat.
Oh, I'm not doing a jingle next week.
I challenge thee to a jingle, sir.
Challenge not accepted.
Damn it, should have got my gauntlets.
It's my turn this week.
It is?
For this one, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes just for a second while I get it out of my tat box.
Oh, get it out.
Because
Get it out for the gills.
I saw this, open your eyes, instantly thought, I've got to give this the digitizer.
Oh my god, amazing! Freemasons for Dummies. Oh, I love you've been through the entire book and put loads of tabs in it. Oh, you're so organised.
By Christopher Hodap, he's a 33rd degree Mason, past master of 2 temples and a Knight Templar.
Wow.
50 pence in
Bargain.
Swansea Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, Swansea Cats and Kittens.
Cats and Kittens. Getting out the right way round. Charity shop. Yeah, instantly thought, got to give this a digi. To be fair, the Biffo and Sandy have probably moved on to many, many other topics other than tongue-in-cheek conspiracy theories.
You can never get too much Freemason conspiracy.
I'll message, see if they're still interested once I've finished going through
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
It's mostly focused on North American Freemasonry, so there's probably quite a few variations between other countries. The authors joked that it's not a secret society, because obviously so many people know about it, rather than it's a society with secrets. As the secrets that a Mason may not discuss are the grips, they're the handshakes, passwords, and signs, they're the gestures, and their modes of recognition, and some details of the Masonic degree ritual ceremonies. Ooh. Hush, hush. I've no really wish to become a Mason, mostly because you've got to believe in a supreme being.
Do they specify?
No, just as long as you believe in a supreme being of some sort, they believe you've got to have a higher power in your life.
Would the general power of the universe be enough?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't know if Flying Spaghetti Monster
I
counts
wonder if it needs
either.
to be an anthropomorphised sort of...
The author can't go into all details about lodge meetings, but he does go into detail about what's in lodge rooms.
Ooh, that's exciting. Find the correct tab. What's inside the lodge?
So many details of the lodge room are based on interpretations and descriptions of the temple. Many variations exist throughout the world depending on differences in customs, rituals and rules, but in general, lodge rooms are arranged this way. The modern Masonic lodge is a rectangular room with seating around the perimeter. The ceremonies of the lodge take place in the centre of the room, so everyone has a good view. Lodge rooms are usually oriented east to west. Ancient temples were constructed this way to be aligned with the east to west path of the sun. Even if Masonic building actually faces north and south, when you walk into the lodge room, you're symbolically facing the east.
Okay.
The lodge has an altar where the Bible, in brackets, or other holy book sacred to the lodge members, is opened. Okay. It's referred to as the volume of sacred law. In US lodges, the altar is in the centre of the room. In other parts of the world, the altar may be directly in front of the master's chair. 3 candles or lights are placed in a triangular position next to or surrounding the altar to illuminate the volume of sacred law.
Ooh.
Officers have chairs in specific positions in the room. The master is in the east on a raised platform on 3 steps. The junior wardens in the west on a platform of 2 steps. And the junior wardens in the south on 1 step. The steps symbolise where they've come in the Olympics. No. They symbolise the progression of life. Youth, manhood, and age.
So who's in the north? Does the north not exist?
In the east. No, nobody's in the north.
Okay.
East, west, and south. There are 2 tall pillars with globes on the top, patterned after 2 bronze columns that were prominent architectural features of Solomon's temple. Okay. They're usually on either side of the senior warden, or sometimes next to a doorway leading to the lodge. This one, I think, is specifically North American. The big letter G within like the square and compass.
Oh, yeah.
This mentioned that the G is more
G
of
for God.
American. It symbolises, represents both God and the science of geometry.
Okay.
It's the secret knowledge of the original stonemasons.
Okay. Interesting.
But that illuminated letter G suspended over the master's chair in the east, or sometimes over the altar. Now, there's a chapter as well about the symbols of Freemasonry and what they represent. I'll scan that one page for use in the blog. It'd take far too long to go through all the meanings. There's several pages. The more interesting part for me, though, is how much Freemasonry was lifted and tweaked for the Order of the Lynx in Lodge 49. Very, very short-lived TV series before getting cancelled.
Still haven't watched it.
Oh, I really wish it lasted more than 2 seasons. It's a really good show. But he says you're unlikely to be invited to be a Freemason.
Oh.
If you want to join, one of the oldest tenets of the fraternity is a man must ask of his own free will and accord. Unlike Dud in Lodge 49, you're supposed to knock on the door of the lodge because you have a good opinion of the fraternity, not... What do you do in here? Qualifications for membership.
Aha. Is rule 1 you have to be rich?
No.
Oh.
Specifically, it's meant to be people of good standing from all walks of life. I think there's one bit where they mentioned one of the presidents. It could have been FDR. Oh, damn it. I only briefly skimmed this book. I didn't think I'd have to bring it up.
Sorry.
He was in the meeting, he went to a Masonic lodge, and his gardener was the Grand Master of the lodge. So,
oh, cool.
So in there, his gardener had status above him, but then on the outside, I'm the President of the United States.
That's pretty cool.
I kind of think he felt a bit awkward calling for him to do stuff after that.
Come and cut my grass.
He said, no, that was good for both of us, he said. You must believe in a supreme being. No atheist or irreligious libertine may become a Freemason, but your religious beliefs and affiliations are your own business. You must be joining of your own free will. You must be a man.
Yawn.
It's a male-only institution. You must be freeborn.
What the fuck does that mean?
It does not engage in racial discrimination. Quickly point that out. The term freeborn is holdover from the days when slavery, indentured servitude and bonding were common. It means that a man must be his own master and not bound to another man.
Fucking hell.
That's not a problem these days, but the language is retained because of its antiquity and a desire to retain the heritage of the fraternity.
Okay.
At times. You must be of lawful age, depending on the Grand Lodge, can be anywhere from 18 to 25, specific United States bits, blah, blah, blah. You must be well recommended. At least 2 existing Freemasons from the lodge you're petitioning must recommend you. Masonry doesn't care about your worldly wealth or social position.
Okay.
Both the bank's president and the bank's janitor can apply for membership. They're both considered equally qualified. Towards the end of the book, there is a chapter, so is it relevant? The author does acknowledge that people are less interested in joining or less time on their hands these days. So the author does believe the organisation still does have something to offer in the world today, and it can benefit men personally, socially and professionally. The 21st century will undoubtedly bring changes, just as the 20th did. Masonry has always adapted, the lure of Freemason remains the mystery of the closed door, and men will always want to know what's on the other side.
I am going to grow a moustache and pack and go and knock on the door. Oh, pack and rap. I need to rap specifically. And go and knock on the door and see if I can infiltrate the masses.
So for a bunch of you and your mates turn up, they're Monty Python style. Is that what you meant? Yes. Yes, we are.
I am a man. I swear it. I promise. I am a man.
So yeah, not for either of us, I don't think, Freemasonry.
No, but a fun book to read through. I enjoyed those facts. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe Biffo will take it off your hands.
50p, Cats and Kittens charity shop in Swansea.
100%.
One honourable mention I will give.
Oh yeah, you mentioned honourable mentions when we were texting the other day. Oh, it's a little badge.
A tiny, tiny Technics little bottle cap badge.
That is cool.
I have to include that as well. Take a photo of that.
Yeah, photos on the blog site.
Lightlyused.co.uk.
Oh, well timed.
Oh, it's been a long one today.
Mammoth session.
Thank you very, very much for putting up with us, and thank you for listening once again.
And especially thank you for listening if you've listened this far.
And we've got to say thank you very much to Leighton J, Matt and Cartman from A Pint of Cthulhu, Nikki, Crafty Cornfield, the amazing Cliff, Eli, Paul, Ash, Ethan and Suze. Thank you very much. And thank you very, very much as well to Tom. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to Simon from the studio Channel 84. It was awesome to meet you all.
It really, really genuinely was. You guys.
Did I remember everyone's names?
I hope so. I think so. But yeah, I echo Adam's sentiments. The CheapShow Live was fantastic. And spending time with all the people that we got to spend time with over those couple of days was brilliant. And I cannot wait for the next live show where we all get to meet up again. Because, yeah, it was just one of my favourite memories to date. I
have got a bit of a confession to make.
Oh, no.
We were all outside the pub. It was pretty much the entire crew of the USS Shit Show.
It was, minus Admiral Chester's. She was being boring bitches sitting indoors.
We're all standing outside the pub having a pint. And it's dawned to me, oh, there's a lot of podcasters here. It was a podcast festival, Adam, you idiot.
It was a podcast festival.
Absolute knob.
And we are podcasters. And do you know what? I've never felt so cool. I've genuinely never felt so cool. It was, I love my life.
Speaking of podcasts, we are part of the Studio Channel 84 network. Seamless.
Seamless segue. How many times have we plugged this one now today?
If you're not already a listener, make sure you check out The Variety Show for everything pop culture, Untitled Trek Show for your sci-fi fix, including the USS Shit Show ongoing series, Who Takes the Socks Off, the channel's excellent panel show, and there's a mini-series Socks On or Off, where guests get to spin the wheel of Would You Rathers.
Yeah.
You can find us all, links to all the shows and our socials at channel84.co.uk. And you can find us at lightlyused.co.uk.
Please come and find us. Please take a look at our blogs.
Check us out, drop us an email, pod@lightlyused.co.uk. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. We love you.
Adam and Karen have been lightly used. Visit lightlyused.co.uk for more. To get in touch, email pod@lightlyused.co.uk.
Domesticity.
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 Okay.
Lads began to quietly settle back in domesticity. Fuck.
This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now.